Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Play Painted Live. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Saturday night. Here we go with one of these. I know. July painting challenge is over, man, but we're still painting. And I wasn't really planning on doing any stream tonight, to be honest with you, but I had to paint anyway. So here's where we're at. Let me hold on one second. We're just gonna get set up here. Hope you again. I'm gonna hop in this thing here. All right. So let's do that and let's do this. All right. Cool. All right. Here we go. Okay. So now let's go ahead and get into what we're going to be painting tonight. Tonight we're going to be painting some Doom Patrol. So I picked up Doom Patrol Friday, but decided not to paint that Friday night because we were painting painting Babs, and I still have to seal her. That's why she's just sort of sitting there. We'll seal her with the other stuff, but yeah. Let me just do this. Okay, and then so we're painting up Doom Patrol, and I was watching some Doom Patrol today. Very cool show. This is Crazy Jane, and I really like the expression on her face. It's fantastic. Really good job there. Robot Man. So we're painting some Robot Man. We're painting Negative Man, who's also awesome. I think I need a little bit. I think I need to do a little bit more lining on Negative Man here. So I'll work on that. We got Chief, and then we got kind of big stupid fly in here. I hate those. And then we got that Elastigirl who had some problems with her sculpt, so you could see multiple issues with her skin. But that's okay. It kind of matches what she does anyway, so it's not the end of the world. And then we got obviously we got the White Donkey. So the White Donkey is actually pretty close to done, as you can see. So that's what we're going to be painting tonight. You know, hope you guys are just chilling, having a good weekend, and this is what we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to start here on Negative Man. I want to get that. I want to get his bandages in more of like a better order here. So oh, it's not. I actually want to use an ink here to really just try to sharpen up these lines here. The lines in the bandages really kind of make them more pronounced, right? So that you can see what's going on. And then, we're gonna, if we have some time, I figure we'll look over some of the rules for Doom Patrol, because they're just a really interesting crew to run in the Batman miniatures game. So yeah, I like this a lot more. We're just gonna do, we're gonna do some lining here on Negative Man's bandages. Just make things look a little bit more prominent on him. And then yeah, it's gonna be another quiet evening, I think, on the YouTube. Okay. Oh. All right. So a little bit of lining there, and then we're going to use some off-white. Kind of make these bandages look a little more prominent. Negative Man is super cool. Right? Who doesn't love Negative Man? I totally love Negative Man. Hey, what's up, Lord Draconum? Yeah, nobody beat me to the Doom Patrol box, so here we are. And I'm looking forward to putting these on the board and playing them. How are you doing this evening? Whoa. That was a little bit of a mistake there. A little bit of a mistake there. Not too bad. There we go. Okay. All right. And then we're just going to start working on these models kind of one at a time here. Like, you know, Crazy Jane she has a very simple color scheme, so we'll work on that. First off, let's do a little gold here on the bracelets. You know, I was done with the July painting challenge. I really probably should have taken a night off painting, but on the off chance I can get in a game tomorrow and play these, let's just do it, right? You never know. You never know, right? Somebody, the stars may align and I might be able to get in a game. So we're just going to play Optimist. We're just going to play Optimistic here. Not a little hot here, so... Oh, cool. Here you have a fan on and you're painting Thundar and Ookla. Ookla the Mock. You gotta love Ookla. I forget the name of the female sorceress character on that show. Thundar was that was a very cool show. I didn't understand. Now maybe you can help me with this, but I didn't understand the crossover. Yep.
Phone is in here.
Your what's in here?
My telephone.
Your telefono. Okay.
Should I give him this one? Did we ever get the tablet out of the car?
No, we didn't. I'll do that.
Get it. It's no big deal. I know where
Ariel?
it is.
Okay. Well, just, yeah.
It's under the front seat because I didn't want anyone to be tempted to get it.
Okay. Ariel, the... Okay, and then what I don't remember is on Thundar, I believe they had like a creature that I thought was on the Herculoids, but turns out it was on Thundar. Do you know what I'm talking about? There was that sort of creature on there. Anyway, so she kind of has like gray. She kind of has like gray and black clothing. She's a very goth model and super fun. Really enjoy this. Just the expression on her face is kind of why she's such a great. This is such a great sculpt. She definitely looks like a Crazy Jane. Yeah, what was the name of the? It was that little, like, you know, almost like a Triceratops looking thing that would fire rocks out of its horn. And it was on Thundar, if I recall correctly, it was on Thundar and it was on Herculoids. So And I was like, why is this creature on Thundar and Herculoids? That was very strange. But maybe, you know, this was my childhood. Maybe I remembered it wrong. What's a big project? Hey, what's up, VB? What's a big project now that July is over? The Doom Patrol peeps look cool, similar to the Batman. Yes, this is a Batman crew, and I bought it specifically to play in the Batman miniatures game. I don't. To answer the other question, I don't know what the big project is now. There's just a bunch of odds and ends, and then you know, the regular commission stuff will continue to roll in. I've been waiting for a Guild Ball commission somebody was supposed to send me, and it never showed up. So maybe they didn't like my pricing, which is okay. That happens, or they ran out of money, or something like that. Along with Black Star, He-Man borrowed Black Star and Thundar. Okay. But one of the things I do need to take care of in August is I do need to learn how to play Revelations War, which is that little mech, that game with the mechs and the tanks, the 12mm game. I have to learn how to play Revelations War so that I can do a review on it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what else is going to come my way in August, but you know, there's always stuff to paint. I'm not going to do 212 miniatures in August, no way. I'm not even going to probably do half that unless the commissions really just start to slam. So that's good, right? Can have a more relaxing month this month. Don't tell me I messed up her shoulder. I did not. I did not. Yeah, she all right. There we go. But I can keep, if I want to, I can do tiny little glaze highlights on her shoulder. All right, just a little another lighter layer there. But she has such a great expression on her face. I love it. Good old Crazy Jane. All right. So there's that. And let's give Crazy Jane like dark boots. She's fairly goth. So let's give her some dark boots. This is one of the better sculpts out of that set. The Elastigirl is a little bit of a disappointment because the sculpt, it was a bad cast. The only saving grace there is it happened to be on the model who has the stretch ability, and you know, I've been watching the TV show, and she doesn't have the best control of her stretch ability, so her skin is very likely to bubble over and collapse and swell without her, you know, in ways that she doesn't want it to. So it kind of works there. Yeah, you know what, Lord Draconum, neither do I until today. This is the cool thing about you know, when I play games like this is because I'm not really much of a comic book reader, but like getting into a crew, like for example, Court of Owls was the first crew I had for Batman, the Batman miniatures game, and I learned about Court of Owls by talking to comic book readers about them, and then also doing some research myself on Court of Owls, and it made me really kind of enjoy them even more once I got to know their fluff. So that's kind of the deal with Batman. People tell me, like, people that aren't playing Batman, they'll go, I never really got into Batman universe. And I'm like, neither did I, but you start playing something and then it's good. He usually has something written on his shirt, but I can't really. So this might look stupid, but I'm gonna put a couple of letters on his shirt because he does have like "Hello World" and that kind of stuff on his T-shirt on the TV show. So I'm just gonna put a couple of letters on there, like like he is wearing that shirt. There you go. Yeah, so he's wearing like "Hello World" on his shirt. All right. I know I'm bouncing back and forth a little bit, trying to get, because it would be nice to get characters done so that we can put them aside and start to kind of tackle each character one by one. Closest characters to getting done are actually her and Elastigirl. There's so many superhero shows out there that you have to pick the ones you watch. Yeah, Doom Patrol, the TV show, is extremely recent. It just came out on the DC. There's a DC channel. Again, this is all news to me. I did not know that was a thing. Never heard of the DC channel. But apparently there's a DC channel. And there's Doom Patrol, the show. And Doom Patrol, the show, has Brendan Fraser in it, which is crazy. Like, what happened to that dude? Brendan Fraser is on Doom Patrol, as is Timothy Dalton and Alan Tudyk. It's actually quite cool how many, people you recognize that are on this show. And I was very pleasantly surprised by it today as I was watching it because, I'm like, I wanted to get, my plan today was just to watch the show and not do any painting. I was like, no, I'm not going to stream tonight. I'm just gonna watch the Doom Patrol show, and then I'm gonna, just have a nice, quiet, relaxing evening. I might play some video games or something like that, right? But I wasn't planning on painting anything. But then, you watch the show and you get super inspired, and you're like, you know what? Who knows? I might have some free time tomorrow. I might be able to get in a game of Batman. So if I do, I would love to be able to try out this Doom Patrol. So that's why we are painting tonight, folks. It's not. It was not planned. This was not on the menu. But now I put it on the menu. And besides, these character designs are not terribly complicated, so as long as you can do the faces fairly well, they should be okay. So now I'm adding a little Gryph-Charger Gray here, kind of treating it more like a wash than anything. Okay. They have Stargirl out as well. Yeah. I don't know. What could get me to watch Stargirl? If they had cool miniatures for it, and it was playable in the Batman game. It's pretty good way to get me into this. But I'm glad I have like so many friends that are into Batman and DC and that kind of stuff, and they can explain a bunch of stuff to me. I just kind of go with what I like to paint. Now, I originally was not going to even buy Doom Patrol, but sure enough, you got when I got my Watchmen, I looked at the Watchmen rules and I said, you know what? It's kind of cool that Watchmen are this standalone group, but if I wanted to, let's say, have like kind of like my own version of a 2-player set that I just bring around and teach people how to play, where we both have crews already made and they're super thematic and they already, you don't have to do any list building. You just put the crews down on the board. Well, the easiest one obviously is Watchmen because you cannot add to that crew. And probably the second easiest crew to build would be Doom Patrol because they can take a couple of other characters from Teen Titans and stuff, but literally you just out of the box you're playing the main Doom Patrol. So that's why I'm like, Doom Patrol would actually be a pretty good pickup. So I looked at it a little bit more, and I looked at some of the rules, and the rules looked insane. The rules looked like not insane good, insane bad. They looked insane. Like, how do you get anything done with this crew? It's a 350 point crew, but it only has 5 models. And there's rules baked into Doom Patrol such that if you roll a double 1, terrible things will happen on the board. If you roll a double 2, and this is just for rolling anything, any dice you have to roll during the game can cause sudden disaster to fall on this crew in the middle of the game. And I gotta play that, right? That sounds terrible. Sounds like they're gonna just not do well when you put them on the board. They may have a spectacular game where nothing bad happens. You may have a game where you're like seriously ahead and winning and doing well, and then disaster will happen. So I kind of like that. I like the kind of ridiculous crews in Batman. Yeah, like for example, yesterday I was playing that Gotham City Sirens crew that I painted. I got to play that a little bit yesterday, and Ivy was amazing in that list. But the Birds of Crew deck was just really weird, and they couldn't score a lot of points on that Birds of Prey deck. So yeah, I ended up losing that game. But it was still super fun, and I was teaching Nelson how to play it, and that was his. So he got the refresher on 3rd edition Batman, and so now we have a pretty solid meta forming up around this game. Big surprise, right? Of course, we're gonna try to get a bunch of people to play it. So, what was supposed to work on? Well, it's okay. So, Mr. Robot Man. Where's a black leather jacket? I actually do want that Teen Titans set because I like that Starfire mini, and Donna Troy is ridiculous. Donna Troy has amazing stats in that game, which she should have. And you get some good, you get good sculpts. You get Starfire, Dove, Beast Boy is he's okay. But what I like about it, like I may end up getting that because then I can run Beast Boy in Doom Patrol. Then I would need to get Cyborg at one point. Then I can run Cyborg in Doom Patrol as well. That would be pretty sick. But yes. So yeah, everyone having a pretty good weekend so far? I'm having a decent weekend. I owe you guys a Guild Ball battle report, or Guild Ball match report, because I finished it. We played a game of Guild Ball yesterday. And it was a pretty fast game. So I owe you guys that. I would love to figure out how to shoot a Batman game. And there just isn't the easiest way to do that, just because of the pieces the pieces are so fast now, and they're all over the board, and they're up and down buildings, and they're through sewers and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know how well we could have that recorded. I might have to like play cameraman for 2 other people playing or something like that. Batman has never really been a very easy game to record on video. It's kind of like Malifaux, also not a very good game to record. Yeah, Cyborg is an old figure. Okay. Okay. Let's let that base coat dry for a second. See how she's all just kind of jacked up. Let's do a little bit of highlighting on her red outfit. Her outfit's supposed to be red and white, but she's got all these weird seams and stuff. Just a horribly miscast miniature. So we're gonna do this. I really like the Elastigirl character from this show too. But yeah, well, it's a lot more than a highlight there, but that's okay. That's how red works, right? You don't really work a lot of edges in red. You're just trying to get a nice clean finish on red. You don't want to over highlight it or over shade it. But in this case, I'm not even doing a highlight. It's almost just a layer of scarlet over the layer of blood red. Probably would have been better if I just glazed it. The one thing that's nice about what I'm doing though is it is helping kind of solidify the miniature, whereas all that miscast stuff was making it very hazy to make out details and whatnot on the miniature. And this is helping sharpen all these little details up. So just little oddball crusties on it, which kind of drive me insane, but it'll be okay. Just talking to myself. It'll be fine. All right. Cool. Okay. So for most intents and purposes, she and Jane are done. Let's work on this dude. We're gonna go pretty quick. Let's see. It's gonna. All right. No. Oh, cool. Okay. Looks like they got more Turbo Dork paints at CQ. Sweet. How do I? What? I just do that. Okay. Cool. Yeah, let's work on Robot Man. And then, yep. You're not. Okay. So not the most inspiring color schemes on these guys, but that's okay. All I have to really do on him is shade him down so that he works. All right. We're getting there. Let's put these two away for now. We'll come back to them when we start basing. And then we got, so there's him. So let's start working on Negative Man. So Negative Man on the box art, I don't like his outfit. I'm going to give Negative Man the outfit that he has on the show, which is he has like a green, he has kind of like a lime green turtleneck, and then like dark blue pants, and then he has like a military green jacket. So let's get all that. Let's get all that done. Ooh, look, there's a military green for his jacket. That's perfect. And then let's do, let's do like bright green, like this Warp Lightning. Let's do that. Whew. We are so quiet tonight. It's okay. You guys are probably tired from also the July painting challenge. So I know the studio art has this guy in more of like almost like a pinkish red and white scenario. But I'm gonna copy the outfit he has on the TV show, which is more this speed. All right. This guy may be done very quickly because there's not much to him. But Negative Man is pretty cool character. He's got the fly ability. He can cause like small explosions, which are cool in the game. So I would say I'm a fan. I like Negative Man. He's cool. All right. Okay. Doom Patrol. What's up, Nelson? Yo, man, we should game tomorrow. I'm gonna paint Doom Patrol tonight, and then we can play it. What do you say, man? Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Have you watched the show, Nelson? They have like the first 3 episodes on YouTube, and I've been watching it, and it is very good. Like it's what got me to paint tonight was like watching Doom Patrol. All right, but this guy is very easy to paint, like very easy to paint. Oh my gosh, there's a giant fly in this room. I want to kill it. It's a problem with summertime. You get these exclusive to DC Stream, and I'm tired of paying different. Right, but you can watch. I haven't. You can watch the first 3 episodes on YouTube. I like the show so much, I probably will just get DC Stream just so I could watch all of it. You working on anything tonight, Nelson? Okay, here we go. You think it's on space in Canada? I don't know what that means, but okay. Alright. So here we go. Militarum green. And we're just about done with the jacket. Yeah. So yeah, this is pretty much exactly what he's wearing on the TV show. What I could have done, now that I'm nearly done with this model, but what I could have done is I could have painted his shirt, his t-shirt, like black, and then painted a little, a little electric charge right in the center of his chest. That would have looked pretty cool if I were to do that, but we're basically done. Just walking your dog, you thought about unboxing your brand new airbrush. What kind of airbrush did you get? I've been I just gave Yvonne my old compressor with an airbrush, so she's learning how to airbrush. Look at that. I mean, he's basically done. That's negative, man. You don't. There's not a whole lot to this dude. All right, put that there. Okay, next. Donkey, basically done. Next. Airbrush. Oh, okay. You got the master set. Perfect, man. Okay. Well, let me know if you need help on getting set up and started, because it's a good airbrush set. You know, I just upgraded to a compressor with a tank, but it's basically, I'm still running basically the same thing. All right. So as if this guy wasn't dark enough, because this outfit is pretty much all dark. We're gonna do Basilicanum Gray, and this is gonna darken up the whole thing even more. Good old Robot Man. That's cool that you picked up an airbrush. That will help get all the all the miniatures you buy painted, and you can paint all your terrain. It's a good, useful thing as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, his outfit is just all, especially I'm doing the TV show outfit. So he's black jeans, black leather jacket, black shoes. He is just very dark looking. That's the one issue with whenever you paint the live action miniatures, is their colors are very drab because it's real life. It's not, you're not painting bright purple spandex like you are on the comic book sculpts. All right, we'll give that a second to dry. Let's start working on the chief here. While Robot Man is drying. Okay. And it looks like he's got a lot of green on him too. There's just a lot of green on these outfits for some reason. But again, very simple outfits. In the comic book, he has kind of like dirty blonde hair or very light brown hair. I can do that because he's being played by Timothy Dalton, so Timothy Dalton kind of has this salt and pepper thing going, which is kind of what I have here. But I'll compromise and I'll add a little bit of brown to his hair and salt and pepper. Wow. Okay. Yeah, let's put a little bit, just a little tinge of brown in his hair. Right. It's actually kind of nice. The chief is pretty distinguished. A distinguished looking dude. He's Professor X with hair. He's just, you know, typical smart dude in a wheelchair. A little warp green on the tie. If I can find it. All right, so here we go. Yeah, let me know about that, you know, if you need help or anything with your airbrush stuff. I can totally help you out. Why is he wearing a tie? I don't know. Okay. There you go, bam. Green tie. Okay, and then, yeah, and his jacket is that Militarum green. I'm gonna go a little bit darker, though, on his jacket. Or maybe a little lighter. Yeah, let's go a little lighter. Yeah, because he's just got so much green on him. Let's just do orc flesh as the... Oh my god, that stupid fly. Okay. All right. Yeah, and then, you know, unless some other freak accident happens, maybe I'll finally take a break from painting tomorrow night. Maybe. I mean, fact is, there's always something to paint. And if, you know, if I get a commission, it's actually kind of good because it just keeps me motivated to paint, and then I stay in a rhythm. Some people, like a lot of people, look forward to nights when they don't have to paint, and I just don't look at it that way. I just look at, like, most nights it's going to be like, I'm going to paint something, because there's usually something that I feel is compulsory to paint. And besides that, it's not like it's not like I would dread painting. I definitely enjoy the painting. That arm did not glue in well there. It's a bummer. So now he has this like green Boston Celtics looking suit on. It's very green with a green tie. Sure. And then like a... And then he has like an olive blanket. But we're not going to do an olive blanket. We'll change it up a little bit. We'll have like a brownish blanket. How about that? I know it still doesn't sound very good, but you know, I'm trying, guys. I can't really tell can't really tell what this is in his hand. I want to say it's an ice cream cone. I do not know. I'm going to say it's some sort of treat he's got. I was going to say that's like someone who dreads painting. Yeah, no, I definitely don't dread painting. It is nice to have a night off every now and then, though, right? And tonight, I was not planning on painting. I actually had a couple of things in mind. I was like, I could work on my board game, or I could do a little writing. I could play a video game. There's lots of stuff I could be doing that's not painting. But guess what? Still love painting, man. So if there's something that needs to be painted, why not? Put it on there. Let's paint it up. All right. We're almost at the point where we can start working on the basing of all these minis. But yeah, you know, this morning I was feeling kind of down, if I'm being honest with you. I uploaded my final July painting challenge upload, and and I looked at my body of work for the last 31. This year was I set a number of records for my performance in the painting challenge, right? Number of miniatures completed was one. I did finally have a year where I got 31 consecutive uploads. I also got 31 consecutive days of painting, so I actually did not take a break, unlike years past where I'll take a night off or whatever and I won't upload or paint. But this year I did neither of those things. I was consistent all the way through. So that was a new record for me. And yeah, it was really a kind of a banner year for me in the painting challenge. And once it was all over this morning, and there was sort of a finality to doing that final upload, and I just wanted, I don't know, for whatever reason, I guess I wanted one last super hurrah before the whole thing would be over. I would love to have a stream. The last day, I would have loved to have had just a big live stream with lots of guests, people coming in to talk and that kind of thing. Would have loved to do that, but obviously we couldn't get that to happen. We couldn't put it together. But I don't know. It's and it can also be pretty normal, when you do something big like that, something big and final, that you're gonna feel a little bit down and worn out at the day after. Thank you, Nelson. Yeah, the Mythic Battles Pantheon stuff was easy for a couple of reasons. One, no assembly, right? I just had to do basing. And two, a lot of those sculpts I'd already painted for you, so I could blow through them pretty quick because I already kind of knew how to paint them, how to approach them. So that was good. So I want these little handlebars here to be black. So that made it very easy. I think the previous record I had for number of miniatures painted during the July painting challenge was I want to say is probably closer to 150 miniatures. And that was the year that Forgotten King came out, that Kickstarter Forgotten King delivered, and I was able to complete that whole Kickstarter during the July Painting Challenge. So that was kind of cool. Okay, fine. We'll stay closer to the we'll stay closer to the box art on this one. He kind of has like an olive color blanket around his legs there. So you can make that olive color using a couple different contrast paints. You just do the Plague Bearer flesh first, let that dry, and then you can hit it with almost any of the browns, depending on what type of olive you want. Right? I'll hit this one with a lighter brown, because that's where we're at. But now we are ready to start the basing. I gotta find the cap for this. Oh, wait, we're not quite ready to start the basing. I have to do a little edge highlighting on this guy here. Right, I want this. Still want him to be kind of prominent looking. Whoa, screwed up. Too much line. Too much line. All right. But yeah, I was really today I was looking forward to not painting, and then when I made the decision I was gonna paint, I was like, well, maybe I'll paint and not stream. That was the other idea. So I just paint off stream. But I was like, no, this is Doom Patrol. Let's paint this on stream. Man, their playstyle is so weird, Nelson. I think this may be my new Secret 6, dude. I think this may be my Secret 6 2.0 for Batman. Because they have some weird rules. So I'm really looking forward to playing these. It's nice to relax and hang out. Yeah. Yeah, just, I mean, painting it. Once I decide to paint, clicking on the camera is not a big deal. It's just like, am I too tired to talk to the camera, I guess is the main question when I do that. And usually the answer is no. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I can talk to the camera. It's okay. Okay. So cool. I got a little bit of highlighting on Robot Man here. So he's looking pretty good. Everything is so dark on the model, though. Actually, I want to do little highlights. Oh no. Well, okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's get started on the basing. There's that stupid fly. Oh, I almost got it. I almost got that fly. You stupid fly. All right. Everybody back on the table. Here we go. Doom Patrol. So Nelson, have you thought about what? You have any thoughts about what crews you're interested in Batman? Like what crews you want to play? Now that there's no Secret Six, which okay, I was the only person that played Secret Six in the previous edition, anyway. But you played. I remember you played Joker. You played Bane. You played Black Mask. So you played a bunch of stuff. I couldn't tell. I thought Black Mask or Bane was your favorite crew. Or I'm sorry, Black Mask or Joker was your favorite crew, but I could be wrong. I still hate these tabs. I still hate these bases, but it's okay. I'm just learning to live with it. Weird doesn't make those super nice bases that I love anymore. So I'm just learning to live. Oh, you have Batman Who Laughs on order. Nice. I think Bing ordered that crew as well. That seemed like a pretty solid crew. Okay. I'm hoping after this that I could calm down on getting Batman crews. I don't think I need anything for a while. The main thing I would want after this would probably be Teen Titans. Joker and Black Mask were nice. Villains are always fun to play. Oh, cool. You like that DKR team? Good. That team is pretty cool. I do want to try out at some point the Catwoman on Batpod. Because it seems interesting. I don't think, like on foot, I don't think Anne Hathaway Catwoman is as good as modern Catwoman. So we'll have to see how that goes. Okay, was anybody else getting anything right now? I feel like this guy needs highlights on his shirt because his shirt is too dark. So let's get some light gray in here, or maybe some wolf gray. Where's the light gray? I need to find a substitute for light gray at CQ. That just seems too light. What color is that? Too light. I thought I had a good gray. Let me see. Ooh, this heavy blue gray is good gray. Yeah, let me know. I mean, we could have you. If it's just you, maybe we could game here at my place. Oops, it's not the brush I wanted. Oh well. See if I can lighten up this shirt a little bit. Oh man, I guess I'm just gonna have to do this. Get rid of my freehand letters. There you go. You know what? Just because he's so dark, I might as well take his shirt all the way up to like off-white. Well, so we'll see how that goes. Man, I want to kill that fly so bad. There it is right there. Alright, we might go offline. Oh, I got him, but he didn't die. I just swatted him and freaked him out a little bit. What a bummer. We'll let this dry for a sec. Alright, you know what we'll do? Let's look at the crew rules. Hold on, I'm gonna get myself a little tea here. So we're gonna look at rules for the Doom Patrol. Drink a little iced tea. So it's a little bit of a little ASMR for you folks. Where are the upgrade cards and the character cards for this? Where is that stuff? One second, folks. Well, that's just weird. Where would I have put all those upgrade cards? Here's the Doom Patrol. There's those cards. There's these cards. I don't see them. How weird. Maybe they're in here? No, sir. All right. Okay. All right, that's thoroughly annoying that I cannot find those upgrade cards. Okay. All right, anyway, let's go ahead and let's look at some rules for these. So let's do Alright, so I'll pull that up. And then here we go. We're gonna do a screen share here. Alright, and we'll move. So we'll have Doom Patrol right there. Okay. So this is my Doom Patrol crew, starting with the Chief, who's the boss. 70 rep, $200. Oh, he's eating a candy bar now that I can see it. Okay. Nice willpower 8 there. You know, subpar stats. But not bad though, strength 4. And then you got the 4 special, so kind of like Poison Ivy. Definitely support type boss here. This is an interesting rule. Once per round, this model can remove an Audacity marker from one friendly model and give it to another friendly model that is yet to activate. So that's kind of cool. You can, it's kind of the reverse Joker rule, the reverse leadership. All friendly models within 8 inches of this model may reroll willpower rolls. That's really nice. This model is in play and not KO. Its controller gains +1 to take the lead roll. So it's the same rule that Ozymandias has. It also has Medic, which is great. I usually stick that on Alfred. What's interesting that we forgot to do during our game, Nelson, is that if you use the Medic ability, actually I don't think you, oh you did once, the opponent gains a pass marker. That's cool. The Protect Me, basically you can spend an effort to take the attack on another model. Court of Owls has that. The Lady of the Court has that, I believe. Psycho is the same as the Comedian. Cannot reduce the willpower under any circumstances, which is cool. Scientific, same rule that Ivy has. This is crazy. This model may roll 1 additional die when performing a willpower roll. So it can roll 5 dice for a willpower roll. It's crazy. And then when it performs a special action during its activation, it may perform an additional different special action. That's one thing we screwed up. I was doing that with Ivy with the enhanced pheromones. So the enhanced pheromones means I get to target 2 models with control pheromones for 1 action. But I think one round I tried to do it on 2 models twice. So you're not allowed to do that with scientific. You have to pick a second special action. So, so the same turn he does Medic, he can do nothing. He can do nothing else. Scientific does nothing. Why even have that rule unless you give him some war gear that gives him an additional special? I guess going through a sewer is a special, so I guess you could go through a sewer and then do Medic. I guess that's the only thing I can think of. The wheelchair rule is kind of cool. Basically, you can have other models do a manipulate to push him 3 inches away, and then place that model in contact with him, like just give him a little shove. And then you get the Team Inspire rule. All friendly models. Good job, guys. All friendly models start their activation within 8 inches of this model, gain 1 extra manipulate action. Alright, so here's the Doom Patrol specific rules. I never asked for this. You cannot play objective and resource cards during a friendly model's activation. Oh, jeez. In any round that they score a natural double 1 for any roll. Ignore this rule if a friendly robot model is within 8 inches of that model. So this applies to the entire Doom Patrol squad. If anyone rolls double 1s for any reason, whether that be a willpower check, defense roll, attack roll, anything like that, that model, you can no longer play objective and resource cards for the rest of that model's activation. Again, unless you're within 8 inches of Robot Man. Losing control. Okay, more weird Doom Patrol rules that are really cool. If a friendly model named below scores a natural double 2 anytime during the round, immediately apply the listed effects. So double 1's bad, double 2's also bad. So this is me, we're talking about me rolling dice. This is going to be hilarious. Alright, so Beast Boy, if it happens to him, any active upgrade card this model has becomes disabled. That's horrible. So I think he just loses his ability to turn into beasts. Crazy Jane, immediately draw a new personalities card. This card replaces the existing one. Oh my god, that stupid fly. That's why I have to find those. I gotta find those personality cards. I saw them somewhere. I did not throw them away. Elastigirl loses a stretching trait until her next activation. That sucks. That's like the crazy Suicide Squad rule that kills off your own teammate if they don't score enough points per round. Yep. I don't know. I'm always attracted to those crews that have kind of a crappy rule against them. Negative Man cannot use minor explosion and radioactive self-trait for the remainder of the round. Oh, that's so bad. Robot Man, this model cannot take more actions this round unless it first spends an action. So you just lose an action there. There's ways to get around losing control too, which you'll see in the rest of the crew here. Leading the way, when a friendly Robot Man or the Chief model is in play and not knocked out, you can discard X objective cards from your accomplished objective pile that model's activations to buy Doom Patrol specific rules, where X is the cost of the rule, and apply it immediately. So they have their own kind of mini shop running, but it's very expensive because you're discarding objective objective cards from your accomplished objective piles. So you're spending VP to do this. So it's not great. When using this rule, the cost of resignation rule is reduced by 1 if it's used by the Chief. And the cost of the situation control rule is reduced by 1 if you're using Robot Man. So those two specific models have some discounts built into this. The same rule cannot be played more than once per round. So here we go. This is where things get really weird with Doom Patrol. All right, I need support. Its value is 2, and we don't know what phase. I guess you could use it any phase, I guess. As soon as a friendly model completes its activation, you can move another friendly model up to 4 inches towards that model. But so, just so you know, that costs you 2 victory points to do that. What? Just for a 4-inch move. Sometimes, I mean, are you going to be able to score more than 2 points doing it? Maybe. Maybe. Okay, so yeah, as long as Robot Man or the Chief is still in play, you can buy all these things. Resignation, value 2 or its value 1 if the Chief is going to do this. Once per game, so you're only going to do this once per game. Choose one model. That model ignores the "I never asked for this" rule this round. So we'll get into that. I guess that's okay. Like if something really bad happens, you have, and they fail the "I never asked for this," you can ignore it with resignation. Situation controlled. Again, this is the one that Robot Man has a discount on. Once per game, choose one model. That model ignores the losing control rule this round. So so I never asked for this is the double 1. Losing control is the double 2. So you kind of have economy there, but right. So the Chief and Robot Man have ways of getting around some of the Doom Patrol messed up rules, or they have cheaper ways of doing it. Intensified problems, value 2, phase A. What is phase A? I'm going to assume that's phase 1. The strange things happens rule is also triggered by natural double 5s this round. When the strategy is employed by the leading the way rule, its cost is increased by 1. I'm confused. All right. Okay. So you can buy an additional means of getting strange things happen, but it would cost you value 3 if you're buying this. Yes, Chief and Robot. Well, Chief is the boss, so you definitely need Chief. Okay. And then under pressure, value 3, ouch, phase what? Target friendly model gains the living legend rule until the end of the round. What is the living legend rule? All right. This model can be activated twice each round? What? That's worth it. You have to throw away a 3 VP card to do this. Each activation is independent of the other and cannot be made consecutively unless there is no other choice. If the model has an Audacity marker, it is only used for one of its activations. Boo! Never mind. That's not that great. If you don't get double Audacity, never mind. I don't know that that's really worth 3 VP. In addition, once per round, when a trait specifies this model as a target, you may cancel the use of that trait. Accrue that. So basically, oh no, yeah. Crew that includes a living legend loses 1 pass activation each round. Okay, fine. Alright, so let's go to Strange Things Happen. Alright, at the end of an activation where a model scores a natural double 6, you may place a Strange Things Happen marker within 6 inches of that model. Hold on. Which I believe that's what this is for, guys. Alright, anyway. Once per round, each of your models may take a willpower roll while in contact with one of these markers. Any model within 4 inches of these markers with a willpower value of 5 or less suffers the scared effect. No more than 5 of these markers may be in play at the same time. That's kind of a cool, it's kind of a cool rule. But what happens if you wait? Okay, I'm missing something. It's basically a suspect marker. Oh my god, I hate that fly. I'm trying to kill you. I will kill you, fly. Stop teasing me. Where'd he go? I knocked him out. I only did stun damage though, because he was on a blind, so I couldn't hit. I couldn't make real. I couldn't make a real impact. Could not do blood damage, but I did stun damage. He's on the ground somewhere. See if I can find him. Where is that dumb fly? I don't see him. He'll come back. He's that stupid. He'll come back. All right. All right. So, once per round, each of your models may take a willpower roll while in contact with one of these markers. What does that do exactly? I think this is really poorly written. Any model within 4 inches of these markers with a willpower value of 5 or less suffers the scared effect. No more than 5. So basically, you can walk up to one of these markers, perform a willpower check, and then you cause low willpower models to suffer the scared effect. That's just poorly written. See, it just says you may make a willpower roll while in contact with one of these markers. And then what? It doesn't say does it have to be successful? What happened? You don't even know, like, any model within 4 inches of these markers with a willpower value of 5 or less suffers the scared effect. What does that have to do with the willpower roll while in contact? I don't know. It just doesn't. What? Thanks, Night Models. You guys are great. All right. So, I mean, how I loosely interpret this is that you need to do that willpower check to cause any model within 4 inches of these markers with a willpower less than 5 to suffer the scared effect. Yeah, I'll have to look. We'll have to look on the card. All right. So, anyways, that's the Chief. Robot Man. I love how they're affiliation Batman. So you can actually take Batman objective cards with this crew. You could use the Batman deck if you want. That's kind of awesome. You'd have to throw out any of those cards that read Cop on them, though. I like how they painted Robot Man. He's super clean looking. Mine does not look very good compared to that one. Now I'm self-conscious. Let's see. Willpower 7, Endurance 9. Nice. Only defense 3, but I'm sure he's probably got some form of armor. Attack 4, Strength 3+. That's kind of nice right there. Slow. Move 8. Oh, I forgot. How fast does the Chief move? Move 6. All right. These guys are just track stars. All right. Okay. Cybernetic. +1 to defense rolls. Oh. So, okay. So you only get 3 dice, but you get +1 on them. And can reroll recovery rolls. Cool. Desensitize. Doesn't suffer KO, though, through accumulated stars. The stars just convert over to blood. Medium armor. Enemy models roll 2 less attack dice, which is really nice. That's a really nice rule. Order. Target another friendly model in line of sight. The model can immediately place a suspect marker. That's kind of nice. Costs you a special, but you get a little economy there if somebody's fighting. Steel hands. This model's unarmed melee attacks do triple stars with the push effect. That's pretty sweet. Gotta love that. True Love Crazy Jane. Unstoppable. Okay, so you could trigger it with your special. Each successful hit scored by this model this round requires 2 successful defense rolls to block. That's really nice. And then you get the other things here. I never asked for this. Losing control. We already looked at all these. All right. Okay. And then I gave him the weapon systems upgrade, which gives him cannons, because that's awesome. Blood stun, rate of fire 3, ammo 3, short range firearm assault. Hot fire. That's pretty nice. Just because rate of fire 3, 3 ammo, and decent damage. Pretty nice. Only short range, which is kind of rough because he's so slow. Alright, Negativo Man. See, I don't like how they did him like purple boots, and I don't like that. I like my Negative Man better. Okay. Only 6 endurance, 7 willpower. Makes sense. Crap stats, attack, defense, crap. Strength 4+ is decent. Move 10, that's decent. Okay, he has the bluff rule, which is pretty cool. I like Modern Age Catwoman has this rule. Choose an enemy model within 6 inches in line of sight. The target reduces its attacks by 1 until the end of the round. That's nice. Just to be able to take, to debuff somebody. Disappearing once per round. When this model becomes a target of an enemy attack, this model may move up to 4 inches before the attack is performed. That's also nice. If this means the enemy can no longer target this model, it can choose a different target. Okay, here's what's messed up about that rule. You could use that against melee attacks. So that's bad. That makes it extremely powerful. you would want to use, you know, firearms are so good in 3rd edition that obviously you want to use firearms, but the fact that somebody's like, I made it to negative, man. I roll an attack, and you just push him 4 inches off. That's rough. He has the fly rule, which is awesome. +8 to its basic move. So 18. So it's like it's kind of like Bat Claw, but it's +8 instead of +6. Obstinate. Once per round, this model cannot make an effort because it has reached. If you can't, if you've already reached the effort limit, you gain 1 free effort. Additionally, this model can make effort once per round when taking a willpower roll. Well, that's cool. It's a nice roll. Reactive Soul Self. When this trait is used, this model becomes immune to all damage and effects, cannot be targeted by any model, cannot move, cannot perform manipulate actions. However, this model gains 1+ attack skill, adds +2 to its attack die roll, and its unarmed melee attacks produce double star damage. This model can make melee attacks against models up to 8 inches away as if it were in contact. Nani? These conditions last until the end of the model's next activation. This trait cannot be used in 2 consecutive rounds. Otherwise, you'd be using it the entire game. Right? Because then you could activate it in round 1. It lasts until the end of round 2. Then you can activate it in round 3. So you can't do it the whole game. But you can do it for half the game, which is pretty nice. It's also nice that you can do, like, let's say, you moved somewhere and you don't need to, you're like in the center of the board, you're not going to need to move for 2 rounds. Then you activate this model first, you activate this trait, you start punching on things, and then you're fine for the rest of the round. It's a very strong rule. Okay, and then you get these things. I never asked for this, losing control, and strange things happen. Do they ever? No, they still don't explain strange things happen. Okay. Let's look at Elastigirl, who's actually one of my favorite characters in the show. Really like her character in the show. All right. Good willpower and endurance. That's nice. Good attack defense stat. Strength 4+, move 10. Looking good there. Extended limbs. So you can do. So it's bonus reach 3 inches away. That's really nice. Performance. If this model is in play and not KO, enemy models within 6 inches that wish to perform an attack or use special traits must first take a willpower roll. If they fail, they suffer -1 to their attack dice rolls until the end of the round. What's interesting is even if you're just using a special trait, you could still lose attack. So like if you're Poison Ivy, it doesn't make that much of a difference because you're probably not trying to attack a lot. Regeneration during the recount phase. If this model is not KO, it can remove 1 additional damage marker of any type. That's really, really nice. Resilient. You can reroll failed endurance rolls. That's nice. Stretching. At the start of this model's activation, you can change any number of its blood damage to stun damage. In addition, once per round during its activation, this model can increase its size or decrease it until its next activation. If this model increases its size, it gains +1 to strength rolls, and its unarmed melee attacks do double star. But the model reduces its defense by 1. If the model decreases its size, it gains +1 to defense and gains the dodging rule, but suffers a -1 penalty to strength rolls. Nice little bit of flexibility built in there. And it's at the start. What's nice is at the start of your activation, you can change blood to stun. That's pretty nice. All right, True Love Beast Boy. Okay, we know that. I think she's like Beast Boy's mom, I believe. I don't know. Undercover. This model be okay. That's a nice rule. So she gets to start further up the board. 10-inch move, already pretty nice. I gave her handcuffs, I believe. I think I added. She has the arrest ability, so I think I gave her handcuffs. I never asked. Okay, and let's go back to the list. Yes, I gave her handcuffs. Okay, over to Crazy Jane, who I gave 2 bits of war gear to. She's the cheapest model in the crew, 55 rep. Low stats here: willpower, endurance 6, attack, defense weak. These are pretty poor stats overall, right? 5+ strength, move 10 is average. All right, she has the bipolar rule at the beginning of this model's activation. Roll a die or flip a coin. If the result is even heads, this model may make 1 effort this round without taking a stun marker. If the result is odds or tails, this model suffers the enervating 1 effect, meaning it can take 1 less effort this round. Me. Personalities. Okay, at the end of each take the lead phase, shuffle all the personalities cards and draw 1 at random. Apply the rules on that card to this model until the end of the round. See, I gotta find those cards. What did I do with them? Apply the rules on that card to this model until the end. Yeah. This model cannot use its weapons unless it draws the personalities card that allows it. In addition, if the opponent has 5 more VP than you, and or this model has 3 or more damage markers, you may draw 3 cards and choose 1. That's kind of nice. Self-discipline. This character cannot be controlled by an opponent, so you can't hypnotize this character. Yay! Screw you, Ivy. Sturdy. This model does not reduce its effort limit due to accumulated damage. Wow. Okay, that's kind of nice. I give her a backpack so she can perform a reveal manipulated once per activation without spending an action. I figure that's probably good on her. Maybe I put that on Elastigirl, actually, since she's probably more mobile than this model is. She has undercover a little bit faster. Maybe I give Elastigirl the backpack. And then expended rule. When this model is removed from the game as a casualty, you may draw an objective card. That was from the upgrade you get with the chief. And then you get those. So, pretty cool list overall. Yeah, I'm gonna remove this. And I'm gonna give Elastigirl the backpack. There we go. Cool. All right. Well, that's the Doom Patrol rules, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed those. Let's go ahead and finish painting these up. Oh, I think I found the rules. Yeah, sure enough. Here's all the... So, all the personality cards have this Crazy Jane. Wow. And these are some of those rules that you can buy. All right, let's look at some of these personalities. This sounds, actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's. I gotta get this other. I gotta get the Basilicanum Gray down. So let's do that. I'm excited, man. This crew is weird. It's got really funky rules. I'm gonna it's 5 models, so it feels like Secret 6. Although Secrets, full disclosure, I exploited the shit out of Secret 6 in the first Batman, or Batman, first edition, because I knew which models were just absolutely amazing. I had like the best Secret Six crew. It had animated Harley in it. It had Catman. It had Jervis Tetch. It had a Parademon in it. Mike was his name, I believe, and it had the I want to say the Arkham Deadshot, basically sweatpants Deadshot. And so I was getting like crazy economy out of these models, especially Harley and especially Parademon. Like you could get really good economy from both of those models. Just Harley at 40 rep was just stupidly good. And then and you had Tetch in there, so you had miniature Hypnosis built into the crew. You had Harley, who had Disarray and I forget the other rule, but basically she's taking all your attacks away and just kind of running around the board, messing with your characters. Then you had Parademon was in there, which was just this flying medium armor strength 3 thing that would just punch holes in your guys. The Deadshot I had in there was a short range Deadshot, but he could put out a lot of assault firepower. And then Catman. What did Catman do? Nelson knows what Catman did. Catman was there to just muck up your plan. He couldn't actually kill anybody, but his main job was to walk into your crew, keep them all tied up, just really be a nuisance for 4 or 5 rounds, and then jump into a sewer before the game ended and get away. We called those bitch moves. Catman he was the lord of bitch moves in in Batman version 1. So that Secret Six crew was stupidly strong. And it was just so well built. Oh man, I miss those boys. I know you don't miss them, Nelson, but I miss the boys. All right. That crew was pretty bullshit. You don't miss the... Of course you missed the boys, Nelson. They were awesome. Let's see. This crew seems a lot weaker than Watchmen. Watchmen seems pretty... They seem to be pretty strong. Yeah, it was a tough team. Agreed. My Secret Six crew was tough to deal with. And I remember I went on a Batman forum or something, and I shared that crew, and everybody thought it was stupid. They're like, no, dude. They were like, just play Bane, dude. I'm like, no, you don't understand. Think about how perfect all of these pieces are together. Comic book Harley, Jervis Tetch, Sweatpants, Deadshot. Like the pieces strategically fit together extremely well. Yeah, Mike the Parademon was super bold because he had flight and strength 3. So you just keep him, you just put him on a building somewhere so that nobody can shoot at him. And even if they did shoot at him, you still have to deal with his medium armor. Then you just drop him into stuff and he would just pound the crap out of stuff. I mean, that crew was very OP. Let's do the black 2. Might as well. Might as well, folks. We in the home stretch here. Where's that black, though? There it is. All right, Nelson, let me know if you want to play some Batman tomorrow. As I am ready. I got my new crew built. You could borrow Christian Bale Batman if you want again. Or you could borrow one of my other crews. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to paint his shirt white. I could do that real quick. I could do that super quick. Not sure the girl I'm seeing wants me to drive down to San Diego. Alright. Go to San Diego, dude. Don't worry about me. I will tempt another person to come game with me. I bet I could get Chris to come back out. Alright. Let's lighten up Robot Man's shirt. Ugh. This brush is terrible. This is my beat up. Oh my god, that fly just flew right past my face. Just mocking me. Stupid fly. That's why I like those those little zapper fly swatters, because you can actually, if they're big, like this fly is pretty big, like you could make that fly burn. I know it sounds gross, but I didn't do any of the pattern on Elastigirl. But this was a miscast anyway, so maybe I just get a new one and then try to do a better paint job on her. Even though she's a miscast, she's not bad. And again, after watching the show, it doesn't even seem like much of a miscast. All right, where's that? I was thinking that the donkey counted because as like another manhole cover or something, or another sewer marker. Yeah, but let me know. I mean, if you don't end up going to San Diego, what I'll do is this actually, because I'm supposed to go to the farmers market with my family earlier in the day, so I'll probably free up, probably around 3 o'clock or so. So I can see if you're around that time. Okay. All right. So these are tabletop ready. I'm going to seal them up. We're going to seal them up and let them dry. But first, while they're drying, let's look at some personality cards. I'm going to close this. I don't need this anymore. Man, we are cranking out the Batman. We are cranking out the Batman. All right, here we go. Personality cards. Oh, there's still more work here in here. It's all mixed up. So these are actually going to be nice cards to just have, even though they're not quite the exact same thing. All right. All right, here we go. So, Crazy Jane's personalities. Black Anise. I know what you thought it said. I know what you thought that read. It's anise, folks. Anise. Gain +1 attack and +1 to damage rolls. May reroll failed damage rolls. In addition, this model's unarmed attack inflict blood stun. That's a nice card. Who else likes black? I like Black Anise. I'll tell you that right now. Flit. Once per round during this model's activation, you can place it anywhere on the board. Nani? That's so strong. Oh my god. All right. Ridiculous, dude. The Snow Queen. This model's unarmed attacks inflict the cooled effect. In addition, once per round, you can select a model within 10... Oh, that's why you get cooled markers. I get it now. Okay. In addition, once per round, you can select a model within 10 inches in line of sight. Target must pass an endurance roll or become subject to the cooled effect. If the target passes the endurance roll, it still suffers -1 to defense until the end of the round. And this is different. You can't lose movement counters. So I don't know if it's not a 3rd edition rule. All right. Mama Pentecost. For a second, I thought it said Mana Pentecost. I'm like, there's mana? Okay. All friendly models score 1 additional VP when controlling. Oh, this doesn't even work. This does not even work in 3rd edition. How? Did they... Are there new Doom Patrol personality cards? I'll have to look, because there's those two. Mama Pentecost does not work, and part of the Snow Queen does not work in 3rd edition. Okay, let's keep going. Baby Doll. All models within 4 inches suffer -2 to their damage rolls. Oh! Oh! In addition, whenever this model is the target of an attack, the attacker must pass a willpower roll or the attack automatically fails. That's a nice one. Hammerhead. Hammerhead and Baby Doll already made appearances on the show so far that I've watched. Unarmed attacks inflict triple star. This model gains +2 to its damage rolls. Holy crap! And each strike this model makes requires 2 successful blocks. Strong. Strong. So strong. Alright. Lady Purple. Gain +1 willpower. Boo! This model may reroll any of its... What? This model may re-roll any of its dice rolls. In addition, friendly models within 4 inches may re-roll 1 die per activation. What? Oh boy. The Sin Eater. This model ignores all damage suffers. Nice English, Night Models. This model ignore all damage suffer. Uncle Roger. Use finger. Nelson, I gotta send you the judgmental uncle video. This model ignore all damage suffers. I love English. Okay. All right. Lucy Fugi. Lucy. All right. Can use the lightning weapon. Uh-oh. And can see any distance ignoring obstacles and terrain. This model can perform ranged attacks through sorcery. Not usable in 3rd edition. Okay. Dr. Harrison. Yeah, I had to use the Asian accent. I gotta show you the fried rice video. It's so upsetting what this British chick does to fried rice. It's a hate crime. It's a hate crime against rice. It's very upsetting. Any Asian over 5 is offended by this video because she does all of the cardinal sins in. Anyways, Dr. Harrison. Once per round, this model can spend up to 2 SC to select an enemy. Okay, you can't do this anymore. So these all need to be reworded for 3rd edition. But I guess this would cost you a special. The target immediately suffers the hypnotize effect. Oh, you get a touch. In addition, so it would cost you a special. That's how you translate this to 3rd. In addition, enemy models within 4 inches of this model at the end of the round suffer -1 willpower during the next round. That doesn't really do much in 3rd edition, but it's still usable. Here we go. I'm gonna have to. If they made these cards, then Yvonne cut them for me, but I don't think I saw them. I'll check. Can use the Flame Bolt's weapon. Enemy models at the end. Yet this doesn't. You can't use that one either because it does not exist in 3rd edition. All right. Scarlet Harlot. I like that. It's a nice name. Once per round, this model can do a special. If it does, all enemy models within 6 inches lose 1 action counter of your death. Also not usable in 3rd edition. Yeah. But it sounds like you can. Yeah, I think this would be the slowed effect. And then you can also do distract with Scarlet Harlot. So it would give you slowed and distract, it looks like. So possibly usable in 3rd edition. I'll have to look up. I mean, it could be. The fair way to do this would be if you get any of these cards that just flat out don't work, that she sucks. She sucks that round, and you have to just deal with her being bad that round. Because there's, I mean, all of those cards are pretty beneficial, and that's kind of silly. That's kind of imbalanced for Crazy Jane. She should actually have, personalities that don't help. All right, almost dry enough to do with the thing. Let me. Oh my God, that fly just landed. I hate you so much. Let me ask if there is a, oh, somebody's messaging me. Nope. Okay. All right, let's see if, where's that? Maybe Chris would know. Chris, are you in the chat? Let me ask. Do you know if they did Crazy Jane's personality cards? All right, let's see. So we're just gonna chill for a minute, guys, so that I might as well. I mean, otherwise I can end the stream now, but let's just chill for a few minutes here. Then we can get a seal code on these bad boys. And then sort of. Let's see. But yeah, this would be, I guess you put this thing down. In second edition, this was probably a very specific objective marker. But in third edition, this would be one of those weird things when, if you got strange things happen, you put it down. Let's see. But yeah, you gotta watch that. You gotta watch that that video on the fried rice. Use finger. Use finger. Uncle Roger, because Uncle Roger is just judgmental uncle. Basically, the comedian, Asian comedian over in the UK, took the judgmental uncle stereotype and just made a comedy bit character out of it. Okay. Well, according to Chris, who knows everything about Batman as far as I'm concerned, they did not redo the equipment cards. So we'll just house rule it and say if you get the ones that include magic, she just sucks that round. We'll just do that. Okay. All right, we are just about. Let's go ahead and let's seal up all these models. Turn this on. So we'll seal them up, and Babs here, she'll get sealed up as well. One thing I do not like about this new compressor is you got to wait for it to fill that tank. But yeah, Doom Patrol is ready. Oh, I want to play. Let me tell him. Come on. There we go. All right. Ooh, hold on. Okay, clean my needle here. Uncle Roger. You need to watch Uncle Roger Nelson. It's amazing. Okay. Let's clean this bad boy. Ah! Oh, you may have to go to Okay. So Chris probably not going to work. Oh. All right. Anyways, clean this up. All right. Want to play some Doom Patrol so bad. Somebody should be able to find somebody. All right. Let's make ourselves our sealer. CQ has a 40K event tomorrow. Was gonna play at my house. All right. But yeah, no worries. If I have to wait till next week or whatever to play the Doom Patrol, it's okay. It'll give me time to just mess around. All right. So we'll seal Babs first. It's a shame you can't really do much with her anymore because she's eternal. They finally got the model that doesn't drive me insane. Okay. Monster Girl, Donkey. Okay. Got the Chief. Chief is still drying a little bit. And Crazy Jane. Crazy Jane has amazing rules, though. Even if you do throw out the magic ones. Feel like I could maybe work on Robot Man's head a little bit more, make it a little more clear. Maybe Babs needs a second. Alright. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and clear this out. And then, yeah, this is Dinix again. 32 days of consecutive hobby and upload. Yeah, keep the streak alive. Maybe we do double challenge. We do 62 days and I try to clear 500 models. Just kidding. Just kidding. All right. Alrighty. So I guess with that, folks, we're gonna end it here. Nice quiet evening. Got the Doom Patrol done, guys. The Doom Patrol. I'm excited. Put these bad boys on the table. Let's see what they can do. I'm excited. This is gonna be great. I don't expect to win my first game with them, but because dumb stuff is gonna happen. I'm gonna roll double 1, double 2 all the time and just have a bad time. But that's kind of why I want to play these guys so bad. So, anyways, that's gonna do for this video. Want to thank everyone for watching. Have a good night, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one.